Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlen, and on this channel, we discuss everything BFL, beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while? So in today's video, we are going over the things I picked up. You came along, you shopped along with me, and now we got the things back home and we're gonna go through them. So if you would like to see the things that I've picked up, then just stay tuned. All right, so I have the bag here and we're just gonna start picking it all up. And before we get to it, let me show you what I did in store. All right, we are at Sephora picking up a bogus order, and we're going to see what else I pick up in store. So come shop with me. So they had quite a few sets when you first walked in the door. I was not interested in several of those items, but some of them was good sets for some people. I did get a couple of those items, so you'll see them in the haul. But they did have a nice display right up front for you to take advantage of. You can just grab them while you were there. Then they had other little displays featuring some of the other like gift set items from different brands. And in the perfume section, I love that Fleur set there, you guys. I already got that one in that mist set, but I did get a couple of the other items from the perfume section. All right, so like I said, we've made it back and now we have the goods. So what did I get first? If you haven't checked out my wish list, recommendation, and gift set video, then pause this one, go back and watch that one, and then come back and see us. Because there was several things that I mentioned in that video that I was thinking about getting, and then it was some things that I saw when I was in store, and I was like, oh, that looks different than what I thought it looked like, and all that. So with that being said, what did I actually bring home and what actually walked away with me? So the first thing that's on top here that I pulled out is one of the perfume, deluxe perfume samplers. This is one of the ones that I recommended, and I shared with you guys that it was the $98 value. And this one had, like it says, it has the commodity milk espresso, the Joe Malone, the clean, Gucci, Rare Beauty, Marc Jacobs, and Carolina Herrera. I love when they do the comfort sets of these because they look cute sitting on your vanity or wherever you decide to put those. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It has your voucher. We'll go over that in a second. But that is what the actual items look like once you get them. In here, it's a whole lot of packaging for these few items, but the voucher will allow you, what size do these all have? It says 7 fragrances. They're ranging. So the Carolina Herrera is a 7 ml. The Clean Reserve Skin was a 3 ml. Commodity Milk was a 5 ml. Gucci Bloom is a 5 ml. Joe Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt is a 9 ml. Marc Jacobs Perfect is a 5 ml. And the Rare Beauty is a 5 ml. So that's what these mini comfort things are. That's the sizes of them. And then your voucher is on the inside here. So you got all your information there where you can check off which one you decide you want. I'm covering up my coding that you can redeem in store or online. But we already went over those. But I did pick that one up. So this one, I picked it up and I am going to redeem it for the Commodity Milk Espresso. That was the one that I was eyeballing for this one. And I did go ahead and smell it again in store to confirm that's what I wanted to do. And that is exactly what I want to do. Digging things out here. A couple of things I got from the Sephora collection that I restocked up on. I got some more of my cleansing wipes in the coconut. I got it in the watermelon. And I got another one in my rose. So these are all backups of ones that I normally keep in stock. If you keep up with my empties, then you would know that I go through those. So if I can get them 30% off, I'm going to take advantage of the sale. One of the other sets that I told you guys that I was thinking about getting, that was on my wish list, was this one. Because, and I couldn't remember what the other one was, and it's the Coral Fantasy. So this one has the regular Born Aroma, Coral Fantasy, the green extravaganza, and the intense. Now, I got the extra dose in the regular Born Aroma, but I do not have any of these other three. I've tested the green one, the extravaganza, and I do love that scent, but I want to play with it more. So this will give me an opportunity to play with this more. And these will be good for traveling. I'm trying to see if it says what sizes these are. 6 mils. So 6 mils or 0.2 fluid ounces on the back of it. Here. But you can barely see it. But it's on the back there. But that's what those look like. If someone was wondering what they look like in reality, that's what they look like. So Coral Fantasy, the Intense, and the Green Extravaganza. So I'm happy to have that because that will give me 3 other of the Born Aromas that I have not tried out. The other set that I saw that I picked up that I told you guys I was thinking about was this Rare Beauty Rare Perfume. So this is what that looks like. And this one has a 5 mil in the small and a 10 mil here. So it's a 5 mil here and this is a 10 mil. So plenty enough to kind of get an idea of what this fragrance was like. This one says it has top notes of caramel, pistachio, and pink pepper, heart of ginger, cocoa beans, and vanilla, and a base of sandalwood, tonka beans, and skin musk. So I'm looking forward to trying this. I smelled it in the store, and I was like, ooh, it smells good, but I want to see how it compares to some other scents. The other thing I got was the Fenty Skin Little Butter Drops. This set here. So this one has Naughty Nutmeg and the Warm Cinnamon Shimmering. So let's show you what those look like. So these are the sizes of them. Yep, so that's the size. That's what they look like. I know they had the cinnamon, the one in here last year, in the last year's set. So I still have some of that one. But then this Naughty Nutmeg, I don't remember this one from last year. Okay. Very fall, winter appropriate. So we shall see. But that is the set. These are both 75 mils or 2.5 fluid ounces. So we got those 2 in that set. This year, I opted to go with this set from Sol de Janeiro. I normally get the number 62, but this year I opted to go with this one. So we got the number 59. And this is the 3 fluid ounce or 90 mil perfume mist. The shower oil, which is a 3 fluid ounce or 90 mil. And the Delicia Drenched Body Butter in the 5 fluid ounce or 150 ml. So, let's see here. Open it up so you can see what this looks like. So that's what it looks like on the inside. All right. I told you guys about this one in the video as well. I said if you got a guy in your life, this is a great deal. I mean, even if you bought multiple of them, because they had so many options in here for guys to get that was well over this $98 mark. So you are saving money even if you don't have a discount by redeeming one of these vouchers in here for one of these colognes. But then getting it even on a discount is even better. Like they had some in here that was like $160, $170 that what you're able to redeem, and you're only paying $98 for this. This is like the best deal I think that they have released for this savings event. This savings event here, this is going to be slept on, I feel like, and get the word out. Get this one. If you got a guy in your life, husband, father, whoever, this is like one of the best deals they got going on right now, Sephora, when you see what they can redeem and what those colognes or perfumes are costing right now for the guys. This is an amazing deal right now. So one of the beauty items that I did end up getting was the Kosas Blush is Life Trio. This set here. And what made me go ahead and grab this one is that they have Euphoria, Dare, and Spellbound. And Dare and Spellbound are two, like it says, new and exclusive. So, new and exclusive for both of these. So, I was super curious about what these are going to look like, because this one says it's a warm peachy rose and this one says it's a cool pinky mauve, which I feel like will go very good with my complexion. So, I want to see for myself, because the last year's set I end up not liking because it wasn't, to me, wasn't very good for my skin complexion, I felt. But this looks a lot better. So this is that Spellbound here. And then they have, what is this one? This one is the Dare. So this is the other one. So yes, those look a whole lot better. And then this other one is the Euphoria here. So Euphoria, I think, is one of their scents that's already been around. But those other two definitely are screaming my name. So excited to have that. I did mention this set here that I was thinking about picking up. This is the Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is her Flushed Essentials Blush and Lip Kit. So did pick this up. Her formula on her cream, her formula period, cream, powders, whatever. She does an excellent job with her products. So these are the mini versions of her Yummy Skin formulation. And these are her Blurring Balm powders. So you got several different colors here that will go with a lot of skin complexions. It's her it says 5 mini versions of her best selling shades. So did get that. And the other thing that I did get was this Merit. This is not a product I mentioned, but I was looking at someone else's video and they mentioned this product, and I thought it's what is her name? Is it Monica or Monique? Mo Makeup, Mo Beauty or something is her channel. But she mentioned this one in hers, and I didn't even see these. So I saw it in store and I was like, oh, okay. So I took it out of the case, so because you can't hardly see the product with the case on. But it is the Mini Flush Balm Trio, and it has the shades Postmodern, which is a deep pink brown, Lay Bonbon, which is a bright pink, and Redux, which is a medium warm pink, which was all shades I thought that would work very well. So that's what those look like. You can kind of see the colors here. Very nice. So I'm looking forward to trying those because I don't think I tried that formula yet from Merit Beauty. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And the other item was a recommendation from her, was this here, the YSL Make Me Blush blushes. But I was looking more for the actual palette. They have the palette with 3 of their blushes, and it was 3 highlighters. And that was sold out online, and when I went in store, it was sold out in store too. So already sold out, but I did see one of the actual blushes that I wanted to try myself. So this was the packaging here. Very reflective. But this is the blush that I picked up. This one is Make Me Blush Powder Blush is what it says. And this is in the number 37 Peachy Nude. Is what they call this one. So Peachy Nude. And Peachy Nude is this shade here. A shade that is right up my alley. So we'll see what I think of it on. But the packaging is super, super, super cute. So last thing I picked up was this other set here. This is the $95 Sephora Favorites Next Big Thing. This was another one of their perfume samplers. Very reflective. But this is the one that had several good ones in it. And one of the ones that I was super interested in with this one was the Nutty Pear Jam. They had also the Commodity Milk Espresso in this one as well. They have Boardwalk Delight. They have several. Rosie by Rosie Jane, which was one I was interested in, but that one wasn't worth this. They got the Dead Cool Extra Milk, Ellis Brooklyn Dear Sky, Forever Mood I Am Her, the Glossier You Flora, Henry Rose Flora Carnivora. I sniffed that in store and I was like, interesting. So did smell that one in store. Kayali Flora Majesty Rose Royale. I smelled that one in store, not interested. Mason Louise Marie, number 14, Isla. Mason Margiela Replica, Never Ending Summer. The Nutty Pear Jam, which I just mentioned. Skylar Boardwalk Delight. And the 7 Virtues Cherry Ambition. So a lot of good ones are in here. And so I love this set. Not just because of what I can redeem, but also so I can have my nose on some of these scents. Because some of these scents, like it says, the next big thing, they're very popular right now. A lot of people are loving on these scents. So this will give me an opportunity to have my nose on it and see what I think of the actual scent. And would it be something I would be curious in? Or if one of the dupe house makes it, I'll know what the OG smells like. So we'll see. But tell me, you guys, what do you think of the picks that I decided to come home with? I don't know if I'm going to do any more shopping of the sale. We ain't got in. Like I said, I did my ordering on the 31st, which was when Rouge opened up with the 20% off. And I went in today, which is a Sunday, to pick up my items and then, browsed around the store while I was in there, put my nose on some other things, see what else they had actually in store. And that is what I came home with. Everything I came home with. That is the only things that perked my interest, that I was like, okay, add to cart, or you need to come home. And I am happy with the items that I got. I got some of my backups of the things I love. I got some formulations that I know I love that I get to use. And I got some new scents that I've been either wanting to try or I'm curious about trying. So super excited about all of these. I want to know, what did you guys get? Or what are you planning on getting? Because tomorrow is opening up on the 3rd for the ones who can have early access with a Rouge member to, I think they send it out to the Rouge members that if you have friends or family that you want to let them shop a day early, you can let them use a 20% code to shop early. And then it officially opens up for the VIB, Insider, and the other tier for the 15 and the 10% on the 4th. And we all still have till the 10th to shop. And sometimes Sephora is sneaky about things and they don't release some things until later on into the sale. So you have to keep your eyes open. But I don't know if I'm doing any more shopping of the sale, but what I do know is I love the items that I did get. So comment down below, what do you think of the items I picked up? And what's in your carts or that you already picked up yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.